Hey, welcome back to Change the Odds, the podcast where marriage and family were never meant to be a game of chance. Blaine and Adrienne, here we are. We're back.
Refreshed.
We look at you.
Good.
I can tell.
Are we glowing?
You just have a glow of what's going on. Hey, in today's episode, we're going to talk about the retreat that y'all recently went on.
Yes.
And frame it within the concept of rest within relationships, rejuvenation that needs to take place. And specifically this idea that happens in different ways. I think there's two ways that we tend to get this wrong. Is some people never take the intentional time of getting away from their kids, having space, rejuvenating their marriage, and then that's one. That's the most dangerous place. The second is they always do the same thing when they're away.
Okay.
Instead of recognizing that different things rejuvenate us, there are times in which what I desperately need the most is to sleep. There are times in which what I need the most is to exercise.
Yeah.
Those are two radically different things that can, in the end, have the same result. They rejuvenate me based on what is needed in the moment. And so if I've been just going 24/7, right, and staying up late and getting up early, I might just need a nap, and that's a great thing.
Right.
But if I've been in my office, I've been writing, I need to get out. Man, a round of golf can suddenly become a very
Thank you for bringing that up, actually.
Very important.
I was hoping to golf later.
So tell us, y'all just got away for a couple of days. Tell us where you went, what that was like, how that even came about.
Okay.
Go for it, babe.
All right, babe. So we went down to the Oaks, Bob Goff's retreat center in San Diego, or just outside of it. But it was led and kind of rooted from our good friends, David and Bethany, who we love and adore. And they're on this ambitious journey to kind of discover what does the retreat world look like for marriage couples. And we're close to that too, because we love this discovery for couples to discover. We talk about a lot, power couples discovering their identities, and God knew that they're going to get married and all these things. So we were very, very, very excited to help them, or so we thought. And then you kind of get there and you realize, oh my gosh, we were helped immensely in this period of time. So that's
So was it a marriage retreat or marriage conference, or what was it exactly?
So it was funny because I think it was almost a self-discovery type of scenario as he wanted it to be. And I think it resulted in individual discovery, really. Like the confusing part, there was like no rules around this thing. It was
it's Bob.
But well, and it was, so Bob was, here's the real notes of it. Bob was doing a communicators retreat. He's working with David, and he's trying to provide David a space to kind of create his own thing. So we're working in amongst what Bob's doing, but David's leading.
We were like a subgroup in the midst of a larger group. So we were like in with Bob's group, and then we kind of went and did our own thing, and then we went back for the big stuff.
Yeah.
And it was all, in our group, it was all marriages. So it was really like strengthening marriages, but it was also more of like very personal and individual things that will bring you together as a couple.
Yeah. So it's hard to describe because even Bob was like, oh, and then there's the marriage group over there. And Dave was like, well, it's not really a marriage group, but it is, but it isn't, so it was like, so it was fun because we didn't know what we were about to get into.
I think essentially the goal was like, let's have these couples walk away with a united vision of what's next in this next season. Right?
And that happened.
And it
for
happened.
every single one
couple.
of us.
And in the midst of that, your marriage becomes stronger.
Absolutely.
I think.
No.
Yeah.
Well, and here's what I love about this. This is what most couples never think about. And yet y'all understand the power in this.
It's life-changing.
There have to be these seasons in which we dream together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's what it was.
Right?
That's what it was.
And so, thank you. Yeah. So, So whenever we talk about friend, partner, and lover, we honestly need to think about. We need to rejuvenate each area of those. Yes, they have a ripple effect, no question, and without a doubt, if you go on an annual vacation, that is going to strengthen your friendship, should strengthen your intimacy, all those kind of things, and then depending on what conversations you have, what it looks like for partnership. This was what it sounds like to me is this was a very strategic partnership retreat.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which is going to benefit friendship and benefit intimacy. But this is how do we dream? And what we talk about in Friends, Partners, and Lovers is so often we hear the idea of partnership and it's such drudgery. It's who's going to pay the bills and who's going to do the laundry and what about the meals and who's picking up the kids from this and that. And all those things are important and they have to be taken care of. But partnership ultimately is how can we make each other's dreams come true? How can we, what life do we want to create, and how are we pursuing after that? Well, if you, first of all, if you cannot find some common ground on the basic details of life,
right?
Who's making money, who's taking care of the house, all those kind of things, you can never have those conversations. But at the same time, you then have to, even if you solve those problems, if you never show intention to dream, and to actually start taking steps toward those dreams, then the next thing you know, 15, 20 years are going to go by, and you're kind of in the same spot as what you were before. And so what I applaud the two of you about is, in this season of life where it'd be very easy to say we can't. Time is not available, right? You actually took time out to go and dream and think about how much easier that actually makes some of these decisions on who's picking up the kid here and doing this there, because you have a larger vision of how that now plays into it.
Yeah. And I would say it wasn't like easy. It was kind of the worst timing for our family because our kids started school. We weren't there for the first day of school. We don't have family around, so we had to ask like really trusted friends to watch our kids for us and do the drop off, and like it. And it's a financial sacrifice.
It screwed up my life.
Yeah.
Do y'all know that it screwed up my life? No, seriously.
Really?
One of the trusted friends that y'all asked. So one of the most hilarious things ever is I have this meeting scheduled with one of our friends that I desperately need on this day. And he calls me and he goes, bro, I got to take the Newfield kids to school. And I'm like, wait.
He didn't even do it.
What? He didn't do it?
I'm not saying anything.
He did it. Thank you.
Yes, you know who you are.
Change the House, the podcast is part of the Thrive podcast family of networks. And don't forget Mark Clark's podcast. He has a great podcast. He doesn't shoot it himself, but it does great.
I love it.
We're so sorry.
He didn't even take your kids to school?
I don't know. Maybe he went with. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he was
I don't know. He was probably there taking pictures and all of it.
I bet you he didn't.
I'd like to know what day of the week that meeting was.
What day? It was Wednesday morning.
Okay, so that
that's
lines
accurate.
up.
I just wanted to check that box to defend my bro.
I'm just saying, if my next book is not as good as it could be, it's because we skipped that meeting.
Oh, well, now I feel bad.
It's going to be great.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be
But
great.
you were talking about the financial.
Well, I'm just saying for people who are like, okay, great, but
Let's just go away and do a retreat.
Yeah, I'm like.
We discovered.
What we talked about on the way back was like, it doesn't have to be
exactly
in this certain location. Like you can do this with your spouse, like, take a day to even just, what's our big family goal?
What did you say? What did you say you had to do is you had to remove the distractions.
Yes.
I don't care where you go, where you don't need to fly away, but you have to remove the distractions. That's
and I think change the scenery a bit, you know?
It literally can be you drop the kids off and instead of going back to the office, instead of going home, you go to a coffee shop you've never been to before. Yeah. You go to an area of town that you don't normally go to. Go to a park. And we're going to spend this extended period of time now stepping beyond the day-to-day mundane routine kind of things and look at the bigger picture. There's a book called The E-Myth Revisited, and it's a business book where it talks about how sometimes you got to work in the business, but you also have to work on the business. And so there are these times in which you got to step outside the day-to-day operations of what's taking place and look at the big picture of where do we want this business to go, what's hindering us right now. The same thing is true with marriage. You need to work in marriage. You need to be making sure that you are making equal energy and effort on everything that's taking place. But then we have to have these moments in which we step back and now we're going to work on the marriage. What's the big picture? Where is your heart? Right. Is there any place that you feel like I'm taking advantage of you right now, that I'm not doing my part? Where are we headed? This is a season, no doubt. What's the next season look like? How are we preparing now to make sure that season's going to be better? Are these big picture bucket list dreams? Are we progressing toward those in small ways, but are we at least heading in the right direction? I love it. And if you never have those conversations, I think you're robbing yourself of such potential of what the marriage could be, of what partnership truly is, which is I have somebody in my life who literally wakes up every single day thinking, how can I make his life better? And I'm thinking, how can I make her life better? And what a powerful thing that is, as opposed to how many couples just live their mundane lives day to day.
Totally, and it's super inspiring. And there's so many things that came from it, and I'm not sure where we're all going to go here today, but What's interesting, and I think it could bring freedom to other people, especially moms, young moms. What was so noticeable to me was the first moments that we were there, each of the moms were so stressed. How are the kids? Still, like they hadn't removed themselves yet from that. And that guilt that could or disable someone from actually taking that step. I don't know if you can speak into that or not, but like it was noticeable how,
Yeah, I mean, it kind of lingers throughout the whole time, especially if you have events like the first day of school, you want to know how it's going. But I think it took till like the second day to really be like, okay, like also just being like, God, just protect them and let me actually be present here in this moment so I can get everything you have for me here. Which just takes faith and like surrender too. Like you have them, let me be present with my spouse. I mean, it's just, it's not easy in this stage of life.
No. But it was exciting when you saw the breakthrough for each of the ladies to say like, oof, I'm ready to go now. And like the growth and the vulnerability and all these things that we need to share started coming out on that second day.
Yeah.
And to lean in and to trust that look, there's no doubt that there are some parents who are not engaged enough in their kids' lives. And they need to be more intentional about being there day to day, big moments, all those kind of things, right? So there are some parents who never show up for the ball games. They need to show up for the ball games.
Yes,
Yeah.
Y'all
are not that.
Right, I suppose,
Y'all are fully engaged. It's not a bad idea for y'all on occasion to miss a game.
Yeah.
Totally.
To let your kids recognize, hey, we actually can do this without mom and dad. There's a power in that.
Yes.
But then beyond that, for y'all to remind yourselves and to show them, there's actually something more important here than just what happens on this day. And my guess, and I could be radically wrong, I doubt it. My guess is years from now, your kids will not remember that mom and dad were not there for the first day of this, whatever grade this is.
They didn't even want to come home. They had so much fun.
They'll remember this grade.
Yeah.
They won't remember that you were gone.
Yeah.
And yet y'all will probably forever look back on this trip as, man, what a powerful moment.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a turning point in our marriage, to be honest. And I think we're entering a new season. And that was what we walked into, just asking the Lord to just like reveal clarity, your vision, and confidence, right? In whatever is next. And I think if couples don't take time to just ask that too, it's like a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
They did such a good job of like allowing us to have self-reflection out of the gate before we kind of brought it into the group. And it was, I don't know, you should share what you've discovered by yourself, but I discovered, and I'm seeing a picture here where it's like, I'm running this race and I'm going great and I'm feeling great. And this is a spiritual race, obviously, because I'm still carrying a little holiday weight and it wasn't an actual marathon. But anyway, I've been going and I'm growing and I'm having all this fun. And I just see her on the sidelines of like, it's your turn to run, and so it's really cool.
Yeah. No, I think so. And especially that idea, Blaine, of this is an issue that I'm emphatic about.
Right.
Women are so good about sacrificing themselves
Stop looking at me.
for the well-being of the family, for the well-being of their husbands, for all of that. There has to be times and seasons in which, okay, you're not sacrificing now.
That's right.
We're sacrificing for you. And this is something Jenny and I experienced as she started her business, that, man, this is your season. Let's make this happen. How can we go make this happen? And obviously she sacrifices for me in unimaginable ways. But I think so often I just see some marriages, and look, and maybe there are situations, I think about coaches' marriages where the wife is just sacrificing the whole life. I don't understand that totally, but maybe there's some in which that's acceptable. I think for most, there has to be these seasons of give and take.
Sure.
And what y'all are entering into is that ability of this, what this next season looks like.
Yeah. And it feels together. Like it's not even, I don't feel like I have to sit on the sideline.
No.
It's we're both in the race, and that's even better.
And I think the most exciting part is that like we're both excited to do it together. It's like, I don't know, we just feel like a team.
Yeah. The partnership. You're talking about partnership? Bang on. And we know one of our superpowers is friendship. We're friends. Lovership if that's a word.
Lovership.
I'm on that ship. I love that ship.
Love the ship.
And we're there. That's just
Sometimes it doesn't set sail, but you're always prepared.
He's always aboard.
I know it's gonna go, so I know I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's grown. But now partnership. Oh, what a treat to be able to dream together.
But I had to release like this fear of that I didn't really realize. I knew I had it a bit, but of intimacy and vulnerability. I had to break that off because it was holding us. I think it was holding me back from him. It was holding me back from my relationship with Jesus. And we just had a little bit of breakthrough, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. Not a little, a lot.
Oh yeah,
it was really good. Don't minimize.
And I also learned that I'm a minimizer. Bob Goff has this, those balls. It's like all a big connected thing. It can expand, and he's like, some people are minimizers, and some people are
over exaggerators,
maximizers. No, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Maximizers.
They maximize a problem.
And he's like, and we don't like either of those. We want you to be in the middle.
Oh, that's good.
And I was like, I'm a minimizer.
Because let's go back. Into this agency dyadic, right? The way that you keep peace within your life is you kind of decenter yourself, and you'll minimize things to make sure that peace remains.
Yes.
And it's a great gift. It's beautiful, except when it's not.
Right.
And then it creates its own problem. So it's good for you to recognize, all right, this is a space here where my natural tendency is not what I need to do. I need to choose something else.
Yeah. And it's uncomfortable.
Oh.
But it's necessary.
No question. But to lean into it. But Blaine, what I love is what you're saying. This is what, seriously, for years, is that partnership. There's such fun and excitement to it, and yet people don't get it.
No.
Yeah.
And literally, they'll read friends, partners, and lovers. And they're like, friendship, that's good. I want a good friend. Partnership, lovers. Oh, that's where I really focus in on. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. There's just as much excitement in partnership as there is in intimacy. And to see your partner, her heart come fully alive and engaging her gifts and what's going on is just as exciting as anything else. And so I don't, is there anything you can say to those people who are listening who haven't found that in their relationship? What is it that you would encourage them about that?
Well, I think I've gone on this discovery of late, and we talk about power couples, and there's something deep inside of me that wants freedom for marriages to see, and now I'm seeing it, the partner aspect of it, because I think too often, especially business people, they have this business over here and there's a life over here, and she or he is doing this over here, and they think it's their problems, but it's their problem together. Like, it's like, no. God designed you guys to get married and do this. And now there's a vision here before both of us. I'm seeing the value of what it takes pressure off of over here in work, pressure off of over here, and because we're in all of it now more together, right? It's this partnership to see, wow, I actually want her to be freed up in the mornings because I want her brain to get going on the business side of things, and I'm excited for her to have these discoveries, so I better jump in and be a partner in the day-to-day things that I'm lazy or disregarding some of the times. It's like I'm trying to bring her into this business aspect because you've got unbelievable ideas and all these things that I don't have, and I'm seeing so much business value in your giftings versus having, we talk, now I'm going to go on a tangent too. It's like finances. It's like, no, that's not just your problem. It's your problem together, but it's also your joys together. You get to celebrate in these things together. So I think it's recognizing that you aren't living these individual lives as a married couple. It's like, find the middle parts, find how you each support each other in this partnership that just lets you to be free in all of it. And that to me is just like this discovery that we're having.
Well, and I think something we're not great at doing that we're trying to get better is like praying about it and praying together. And if maybe your spouse isn't like ready, start praying that God would put it on their heart. Put the vision on their heart, or ask him for what do you have for us? Not just me, but what do you have for us together? Yeah. What's the greater goal?
I love that question. I love that question because we can get so focused on self and instead of recognizing what is it for this partnership that you want. And so, I see this as twofold. One, the partnership idea that people need to buy into, but then other two is just the space. You have to take space in some way to kind of have these discussions. It's something we offer here at Change the Odds. marriage retreats. We're going to have one in Palm Springs in January, where we're just going to gather, 40, 50 couples and give them space to help kind of walk them through what's going on. Most of those couples will be kind of my age group and a little bit older, of kind of adult children, teenagers. So they're really looking what's the next season of life going to be. But then we're going to provide opportunities as well for couples in this next year to say, all right, our kids are little. Yeah. What do we do in the midst of this season? How do we start preparing for what the next season is? So if y'all are comfortable, and I love how we're doing this on a live recording, but we can always edit things out. What if we begin to peel back just a little bit of the curtain of what is to come for Blaine and Adrienne, and specifically within Change the Odds?
I love it.
You go.
Okay. So one of the big takeaways, and it's been brewing, and it was a fun discovery, and just kind of jumping over the edge of the cliff and saying, let's go for it, is we both have a big heart for marriages. And this is one of the reasons we've been diving in with you, and we're so grateful for what we're learning. But we have this idea that what if those fringe players are attracted to jumping in and watching different podcasts or different personalities, or we just feel like we've been given a gift of authenticity and relatability that we want to utilize so that we can grab all kinds of people in showing that vulnerable side, but the funny side and the humor things and all these things in a world of what we would call our life, right? And so we would want to create this idea that we can show people our life, and which is actually their life, and they can see themselves in it. And then it is that encouragement to start to discover, let's go deeper. Let's have these conversations. Let's learn things. Let's be excited about the friends, partners, and lovers part of our marriage. So does that answer it?
Well, you didn't say what it was.
Okay, go ahead and say what it is.
A podcast? Right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, well, it's going to start Instagram, changing the Instagram. What's the handle? Do you have the handle yet?
Our Life Marriage.
Our Life.
Is it?
I don't know. No, we don't have it officially.
I thought we had the handle already. I was already prepared.
Maybe we'll have to edit this.
No. Yeah.
No, well, we can kind of show
this is our life. We're
show
moving.
the dreaming stage of what's going on. So it's going to be social media. So Instagram, obviously YouTube presence as well, that we will develop into a podcast as well. It will start here within this framework and eventually spin off into its own thing. But then we're going to work together to create these experiences for people where some local, some other places, locations where people can get together and begin to dream for them. What does our life look like for us?
Yes.
And
we love the retreat vibe. So we want to create that experience for people.
Well, and unfortunately, where we are located, we don't have a lot of great spaces that we can do retreats. And so here, for us, the only place that we can invite you into is Palm Springs, Monterey, Napa, or Lake Tahoe.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, unfortunately, just nothing around.
Unfortunately, those are the locations primarily. Now, we might on occasion jump over to a little bit further away into Hawaii. But only places that they're
talking, Kevin.
Direct
I like
flights.
it.
But yeah, we're going to invite the audience into these locations where they can get away and begin to dream for themselves of what's going on and what can take place. And ultimately, this truly is about the two of you recognizing that in part God has put us together with unique giftings and skill sets so that as we learn to love each other well, it's going to have a ripple effect into the lives of other people. So we'll continue here at Change the Odds doing what we do, educating, working together, communicating. I'll continue to do retreats apart from y'all, but then we'll also do
fine.
But I'll do the non-cool locations, right? This is
Sacramento.
This is where yes. Let's see, where am I? I'm sorry, my next one's in San Diego. My apologies.
But, it is beautiful down there.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Never been down there before.
No, we hadn't.
No, until
we flew
recently,
in there. Yeah. It was. I was like, oh, that's fun. The zoo and everything else.
Yeah. Well, and what a privilege it is. Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
We joke about this, but it is a great privilege that we have to have friendships such as Bob Goff. It's just totally. I was in a meeting on what is today that we're recording. Okay, so I was in a meeting yesterday. In which one of our coworkers like, hey, let's see what Bob has to say about this. Right. And literally called him up. He's on speakerphone. And he's, being Bob in the midst of, we're literally dreaming.
We're going to do this.
We're helping him build a university in Uganda. And he's helping us, in Nigeria or whatever was taking place. Typical I get the privilege of that.
Amen.
Not everybody has that.
No.
Right.
Although everybody can call Bob, actually.
Yeah.
That's true. You can find his number in the back of his book if you don't know.
Call him. But the privilege is there. And so now this opportunity that lies ahead. And so Adrienne, Blaine, if y'all could just kind of narrow it down, each of you, to one thing of what you hope this comes for those who are listening, that how they could benefit from what God is doing in the midst of y'all's relationship, what would you say?
Yeah. For me, without a doubt, it's the freedom that people will find in just being themselves and how that's going to power their marriage to being something so incredible. So I want their freedom and identity in Jesus Christ and in their marriage so that they're just going for it as a couple. I just get so excited about that.
Along with all that, I want and it doesn't always have to be the wife. It could be maybe the husband too, who feels like they're on the sidelines to like, it's time to jump in too.
Yeah.
And whether that's a seasonal part, because there is time for that, but for them to be encouraged, the season will end, or maybe it's time for you to jump in and it's not sideline time anymore.
Yeah. So let's review a couple things from this episode that I think are so important. One, it's the value of partnership. Partnership is not just drudgery. It's this exciting aspect of how can we make each other's dreams come true and begin to pursue after that in a meaningful way. But to do that, you have to make sure those basic elements of your relationship are taken care of. There has to be trust. There has to be respect. You both have to be playing a part and a role in the relationship. One of you can't feel like they're being taken advantage of, and let's get away and dream about the dreams that can come true. That's just not going to work. But partnership at its best is this beautiful aspect of us creating the life that we actually want. Secondly, the idea of that we've got to create space. You have to get away. And whatever it takes, and it doesn't have to be expensive, but if you don't have childcare and you got kids, befriend another family and say, hey, over this next year, let's have a weekend where I take care of your kids or a couple days, and then there's a couple days where you take care of our kids. And that now provides the space to get away. This is doable if people will do the work to actually make it happen. And then finally, an aspect of marriage has to be that we dream.
It's a big aspect.
Yes.
Isn't it?
No doubt.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to allow that to erode away to where we're not engaged where we possibly can be. And whenever we fail to dream, we fail to truly experience everything that God has for us in this relationship. And that's not what we want to have.
Wait, can I just say, I think, I'm sure Bob said, hope without a plan is just a wish.
Yeah. I believe
but
that.
hope with the plan is a dream.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look,
so
I assume that's
tattoo that on your back. You know what I mean?
I assume that's in his book, Dream Big.
Oh, well, probably.
Which everybody should pick up.
Yes.
As they're at the bookstore picking up friends, partners, and lovers.
I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. Don't skip over the partnership.
That's exactly right. Thanks, guys. Love you both.
So we do too.
We'll see you next time.